level up, 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 level up. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, watch me. Level up, 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 level up. All this on me so yummy, all this sauce so yummy. Know you want this yummy, yummy all in your tummy. Level up, 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 level up.
So right here, I'm removing the gel polish before I do the rebalance. Some people call it the rebalance. Some people call it the feel. But I removed the gel polish, and this is a repair. So I'm getting ready to do a repair right here. I'll remove all the gel polish and get it down as low as I can, because I'm going to remove it and then I'm going to replace the nail. Removing the excess gel polish from the sides. So I try to angle it. I also try to get around the cuticles as much as I can with the coarse bit. And then I'll go back in later with the finer bit and get closer to the cuticles. I don't get as close to the cuticles with the coarse bit because I don't want to nick my clients. So right now I'm getting cotton, foil, and acetone. I'm going to put the cotton directly on the acrylic that I want removed, saturated with acetone, and then I'll wrap it. So while I'm removing the gel polish from the other nails, that one in particular will be soaking off. And I'll go on and I'll go back in around the cuticles with the, for my hand being in the way. It's the angle of the the phone, because I can't hold it and work. So I have it above me. Going around the cuticles with a fine bit to remove any cuticles that's around the cuticle area, so that I won't have lifting when I do go in and do the rebalance. So you'll see me getting around the cuticles really good, as close as I can possibly get to the cuticles without hitting the live skin. Excuse me for my voice too. I've had a cold for about 2.5 weeks. Got a couple of clients sick with the pneumonia, walking pneumonia. I don't know the difference between pneumonia and the walking pneumonia, but that's what I've been told. I have walking pneumonia. One told me I have pneumonia, so I don't know which one is worse, or if one is worse than the other. Notice that I go angle the finger as much as I can so I can get everything around the cuticle. Sometimes you have a little bit of lifting, but you'll be able to see what's lifting and what needs to come off and what needs to stay. And that's why I use the finer bit to go around the cuticle area real good. And you don't have to apply a lot of pressure. Because we just really etching away the natural oils so that we can do the rebalance or feel. whatever you want to call it. I usually say rebalance because it's a rebalancing of the free edge, the arch, and the cuticle area. I'm sorry about the angle of the view because, and I'm going to do better next time, but I have my nephew helping me perfect this, but I knew that it would be helpful to up and coming manicures and even manicures that's already in the business. So I just said I'm gonna start going. I'm going to go live too on Facebook, and I'll give heads up before I do, because I think that it will be beneficial to see me do the whole process. And it takes me about 90 minutes from beginning to end for a rebalance, polish, and sometimes even nail art, depending on how simple the nail art is. So I'll give y'all heads up before I do it. And bear with me and keep watching, because I'm going to get better and better with time. It's just that this is all new to me, and I'm not really as technology savvy as I thought I was. I've had to solicit help from my nephew, my niece, but y'all know that I'm not a quitter. I stick to what I'm going to do, what I say I'm going to do.
6-month period of time, we collect information on medical events that you had, your insurance, different rounds. They may collect information about your income, your job, your household.
Priming around the cuticles. Usually you don't have to dip back in the bottle multiple times to prime. You can just usually prime with maybe 1 or 2 dips. I'll try to get right around the cuticle area without hitting the cuticles, and prime as much as I can. And you need very little primer. It do what it's supposed to do. I don't have a lot of lifting with my clients, so that's why I don't have to do a whole bunch of filing with the coarse bit. I use the fine bit often. I'm getting ready to use a form because she do have some free edge. So because she have some free edge, a sculpture nail is good. So I can leave her nail, her healthy nail, and I can build it from there. I don't have to use an artificial nail.
She finished last year though, but
so I'm just gonna build it.
No health issues, no medications, nothing. She said she took a cigarette a day and a sip of whiskey on Sunday. And
so I try to position the finger
a retired pharmacist in Mequon. Every time I come, they chef
where I'm able to make sure that I keep that form right up against that free edge.
She don't want to talk to me.
And start building from there. Different nail techs have different techniques to doing a sculpture nail, but I prefer to build out from the free edge and then go back in, building up the arch.
Yeah, it's convenient. I make my own schedule.
And this is your part time.
Yeah, I got.
And then if I need to, I'll go back. If I need to, I'll look at the angle of the nail that I've formed, that I've built. I'm sorry. I'll look at the angle of it, and I'll see if I like it. If I like it, I'll leave it. If I don't, I'll go back and I'll add more product.
No, I'm not doing all of that. And I don't like my supervisor there either. Just because I think they're lazy. Because they don't have to do
Feel free to ask any questions, any information that I can offer. I'm going to. I use C&D liquid and powder. It's easier for me because I'm able to move it around, pat it, pull it. Where some products dry faster,
Like it's a problem for me. You may
Even
have
though
pri-
I'm
and I don't know, you know, what other
29 years
carriers
in the
it is again,
industry,
but I
which
stay
is
on
almost
top of
3
mine.
decades,
'Cause one, I have a minimum of
I
income I
still
gotta bring
like
home
the
a week. So I can bring home anywhere
flexibility
maybe
with
5 to maybe, I think the most I brought home a
being
week was
able
like
to pat and
$800.
push and pull.
That's with
Some
mileage.
people can
But
use
generally
a
speaking, about
quicker
600 for
drying
mileage. Yeah.
monomer and polymer, but
Don't.
I just prefer the little bit
Before I
of
went on
time so I
vacation, I
can
did 10 in 1
maneuver
week.
the acrylic and
I
manipulate it
understand
and
it.
put it where I want to put it.
Documenting and everything.
So yeah. So how it goes with them is the interview is done right there on the computer while you're there. So you're asking questions and they're answering it.
So you just
Before you
pat,
ask the
pat,
question, how it's
pat,
asked, you know, that kind of
pull
stuff
it
until they
down.
sign consent form.
Notice I don't
So
use
I
a
send the consent
really
forms
big
back to
brush
Maryland.
because I
That's
have
the only
retention
reason.
clients, so I have a lot of
I give them a
clients who
check.
return.
Once my
I have a lot of
backlog is done,
standing
I try not to
clients,
get past
so I'm
5 weeks, so they
basically
send you a
doing a
$500 check.
rebalance
So a
most of the
cash,
time.
people that,
I
like you got people
do
that don't have,
a full
they
set
don't want to cash
every
the
once
check
in a
in
while,
their
but it's usually
card, they don't
for
have an account,
one of my
so then they
already
want cash. I generally
standing clients. They just
go
probably want to start
and
over, and I
take the
might do it
cash out
like
my
that.
account
But for the most part,
and
I
give it
do
to
a
them.
rebalance,
I
and
don't
for a
want to be responsible for
rebalance,
cash. You
I
take
don't
out the
use
cash
a
and check to
whole lot
somebody,
of
get them, or whatever
product
the case may be. But
unless
now
it's a
they're saying they can't.
crack
I gotta use that.
or
So it was
something
like
like that in the
initially she
nail,
didn't
and
have
I
to
might have
attach
to
my
go in
contract to.
and do some extra stuff.
It was only
Notice how
what was
fast the
wealthy. On the first day
rebalance
chart, he was the
goes
only one that had
because
it in
I don't have
between.
to use a lot of
When he,
product, and I really
and
pay
so
attention to
they would have to attach me to
the
another
cuticle
region to do a full time,
area.
I think
So
this is just hating. You know what I'm saying?
I can go
And
in and
that's
do a
nice money.
rebalance
And I make
fairly
my own schedule.
quickly.
I find 40, and I could
And
still
I'm
work my
reshaping
other
all
full
the
time
time.
job
The whole
because I
time I'll
make the
be
schedule
reshaping.
when
I
I'm gonna come. You
file,
know,
file, file
he was a hater.
until I'm happy
And what did Freedom
with
say
my
about it?
results. My clients, for the most part,
Someone
trust
said you
me
told Fred about
and
it.
they
About
don't give
this
me a
job,
hard time.
I
So
texted to her. I don't know if she applied or not.
I have a lot of clients who say, just do what you want to do. So sometimes I have stuff in my mind that I've thought about during the night. And I'm like, oh, I have
Playing sports.
Mika today, or I have Nakia today, and they let me do whatever I want to do. And they never have an opinion about color or anything. They just say do what you want to do. So in my mind, I'm having a conversation with my clients, but the whole time I'm thinking about what I'm gonna do too.
That'll be that's your whole weekend. That's your evening.
I pick colors based on
Okay, so Fred be running.
the tone of my client's hands, the shape of the nail,
Taking them to practice,
because
gotta pick them up. Then they got games and
you over
I'm not
time
doing
you
that.
learn what complements each skin
Nope, not doing
tone,
that.
and some clients like far out stuff, and you learn as you go which clients like what,
How to,
and you do what you can to accommodate all your clients. This is an easy client because she don't care what I do,
I gotta figure out
her or her sisters.
voiceover because I need to talk through
Place,
it.
pat,
But I, edit
Pat,
it, take
pat,
the stuff
pat,
out that I want
pat,
out,
pat.
and then voiceover.
Pat,
I wanna
get it
talk
around the-
through it and help that way if I,
sidewalls,
as much as I
pat, pat,
can.
Did
pull.
you Google it?
Um,
I'm sure somebody got a YouTube for that.
I bet you it is, and I'm gonna have to look at
Add
it
product if
because,
you need to. If you don't, we moving
I
right
can't
along
remember
down
what
the
it
yellow
is
brick
because,
road to
Linda
success.
told me, she was like, you know that she got down here with
I usually start with the repair because that'll be the most work, and I go
the
in
girl
with
that
a
left here.
coarse
She
bit
went down there too. I
because
guess
whatever I
she
don't
felt
want,
like Phoenix
and I
wasn't
try my
comfortable
best to
enough,
get it as
so she
close
went
as I
down
can
there.
possibly
They said
get
Who's that?
to
remember the girl that was
the
working
already
there? Her name
existing
was
nails.
Phoenix.
I personally, my clients know I don't like doing repairs, so I always
left her down here
fuss
too.
because I don't like that. Sometimes repairs can look a little bit different, but my goal is to make all of them look as close to perfect as possible, and I like for them to all look alike. Of course, they are different
I think that
sizes
just
and stuff, but
needs some more
I still try to
practice,
make sure
and
that I have a
you gotta
really
know
clean look
that
when I
they
get
coming for
finished.
you. They
So
coming
I
straight
go
down
over
your
with the
street.
coarse
You don't do their nails
bit
ain't right?
to
They
take
gonna
some of
say
the
so.
product off.
And her disposition is
And
not.
meanwhile, I'm also looking at the other nails too, making sure that I'm
like she can,
evening it up with the other nails.
She's not poised enough to be able to.
I hope y'all know that I just went to school to get my instructor's license, and
You know what, Mika?
I'm going to be teaching soon. I also went around the cuticle area with the finer bit as well. I get closer to the cuticle with the finer bit because, like I said before, I don't want to nick anybody. I do use other bits sometimes, like when I have cracks and stuff like that, but for the most part, that really small fine bit and my coarse bit, I use pretty much the whole day, especially concerning the rebalance. Now I'm just polishing. I can tell when the polish start leveling out if I've done a good job. I touch them, I feel them a lot to make sure that they smooth, because I want the polish to be as smooth as possible so I can have a real clean, shiny look at the end.
He's a fool for sure, but he put on the show though. Have you heard anything about what on your wish list?
Nope, you.
I didn't do anything. I know they mice out. You better put you some peppermint.
And then I'm gonna post the final
Did y'all?
Yesterday, yeah.
results after I get finished. Thanks for watching, you guys. Stay tuned for more videos to come too. And I'm going to get better and better. But all my clients know that my goal is perfection. So I'm going to keep trying and trying until I get it right. Thanks for watching.
Today's culture, today's understanding from then, because old niggas was fucking with younger girls. Period.